welcome back. I am excited that you're here because this week we're going to talk about internal and external nutrition for our hair. Again, it does not matter what kind of hair you have. Last time I compared our hair to twigs, right? We had the one that was damaged from dryness and lack of nutrition, and then we had the one that was healthy. So I'll start with internal nutrition. It is very simple. It is not rocket science. Fruits and vegetables, grains are good for you. If it's good for you internally, if it's good for your body, it's definitely good for your hair. One rule of thumb that I try to stick to is for vegetables and fruits, the more intense the color, the more nutrients it has. You know, in the grocery store, some of the salads that we see, some of them have a lighter color, green in the leaves, or purple, you know, the red lettuce, or red cabbage. All of those, some of them have a more intense green or purple or whatever color that they have than others, okay? And so the one that you want to go for is a stronger color. The one with a lighter color usually has more water, you know, in it, which it's good for you either way. It is good for you. It's better than nothing. But if you can stomach the more intense color of the vegetables, go for it, okay? Look at vegetables like broccoli. It is rich with vitamin C. Vitamin C is excellent for your hair, okay? Or spinach. Spinach is amazing for your hair. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details about what it does for your hair because there's a plethora of information on the internet about that. So I won't waste your time with that. But I wanted you to get the underlying message, which is the more intense the color of the fruit or vegetable, the more potent it is. We also want to talk about grains, you know, corn, wheat, millet. All those things are excellent for your hair. They have fiber, and fiber helps cleanse you. It releases toxins from your body. It's almost as if it scrubs inside your stomach, you know what I mean? And gets out the stuff that have been stuck on your stomach walls that are eventually going to prevent good absorption within your stomach. You don't have the time of day to eat every single one of them. So when you're trying to pick what is good for you, the best rule of thumb is for the fruits and vegetables, the more intense the color, the more potent the nutrients. Okay? So that's a good rule of thumb for those. For grains, of course, you don't want polished stuff, you know, rice. Try to eat brown rice, not the colored brown rice. You know the colored rice? They color it. Like, why would you do that? Why are you trying to color rice? I don't get it. So I want you to focus on the rice that you actually see a little bit of the husk on it. It's like they take off the husk, but it leaves a little bit of a thin film on it. That's the one. So when you see the brown rice that has that stuff on it, that's what you want. Not the one that looks polished and is somehow brown. How did that come about? That's color. Don't mind them. Don't get it. There are many different ways to eat those healthy foods. If you don't like spinach, for the taste of it, blend it with apple, if you like apple, or whatever fruit you like, and drink it. Blend some ice in there, make yourself a nice smoothie, and drink it. If it's not sweet enough, add honey, not white sugar. Don't add white sugar, add honey, okay? And again, disclaimer, I am not a doctor. All these things are from experiences that I have had, and I'm sharing them with you because I feel like they'll benefit you just the same way that they benefited me, okay? So that is the internal nutrition. If you look at this piece of twig here, this was where it was connected to the tree at one point, right? Again, we're comparing this strip to a strand of hair. From the bottom here, it seems okay. We don't see the cuticles raised or distraught, you know. But as we get further away from the source of nutrition, we see that there's more likelihood of damage. You see, again, we're pretending the bark is the cuticles that are raised, and you see the raised cuticles expose the core of the hair and therefore expose this to more radical damage, free radicals, right? So that's one reason why we definitely want to make sure that when we are putting topical products on our hair, we have to focus on the ends, right? The ends are the oldest, just like here, oldest part of the hair, and therefore they're weaker than the hair that is closer to your root, the hair that is closer to your scalp. So you definitely want to make sure that you focus on the ends, but it is brittle, okay? And therefore, when we try to bend it, oh, okay, right there, again, right? When you try to bend it, it breaks. So I feel like this analogy has helped me on my hair journey, and I want to make sure that you are aware when you see your hair strand, you should be able to tell what the needs are. Is the hair feeling smooth and silky? If it is, your cuticles are in good shape, they're lying down, you're good. Is the hair feeling dry? If it is feeling dry, it is possible your cuticles are raised and therefore moisture has escaped from your hair strand. So the two things you want to do is put moisture back, and when you put the moisture back in your hair, you want to put it in this way. Move your hands down the strand of your hair. We're trying to get the cuticles to lay back down. After we've put the moisture in, we're trying to get the cuticles to lay back down. Okay, and we moisturize it that way. Do it gently, okay? And then when you're done with that, the next topical thing that you want to do, especially if your hair is highly porous, which means it doesn't retain moisture for long, especially when your hair is like that, you want to put some oil on the hair. Oil and water don't mix, and that's a good thing for hair, okay? Once you've put the moisture in, the moisturizer has to be water-based. One of the first ingredients of your moisturizer for your hair should have water. I usually wait a little bit for my hair to absorb the moisturizer. I don't seal it immediately, because sometimes after the hair has absorbed the moisturizer, it feels within about half an hour or 1 hour, it feels like it is drying out again. So I put more moisturizer in it, okay, till I feel like it is saturated with moisturizer. Then I seal it with the oil. That is very important. I see on YouTube a lot of ladies, as soon as they put in the moisturizer, they put the oil and seal it in. Was your hair fully moisturized? Maybe. My hair has a tendency to dry out. It's just porous, it just dries out. So I need like 2 layers of moisturizer. The problem is if I put a whole bunch of moisturizer in it at one time, it seems like my hair says, it's too much. I'm done, I'm not taking care, I can't deal with this. And it just sits there, it just sits on it. But when I put a little bit at a time, leave it for an hour, and then it absorbs it, and I come back and put a little bit more, and then I put the oil, I feel my hair is, that feels good. I feel like that's what my hair is saying to me. So I need you to remember that when you're putting on the topical products, okay? Give your hair a chance to absorb the product. Don't keep piling more and more and more products on it. One other thing that I do with my hair to put nutrients in it, into the core strand, is henna. Henna will get your life. Yes, it will. I love henna for 2 things. It gives my hair strength, and it colors my gray hair with some nice red tones. I do the kind of henna that has the reddish, you know, color to it as opposed to the brown. And if you go to YouTube or even Google and research, you know, the different colors that henna produces, you'll see there's a reddish brown and then there's a brown, like a muddy kind of brown, whichever one you want, you know. But henna also tends to dry out your hair. So once you put the henna in your hair, you want to make sure once you rinse it out, moisture, okay? You put moisture in. Now that I'm using henna, my hair strands are opposite to this. The hair that is out here, because it has had so many layers of henna, is stronger than the hair close to the root, which hasn't had as many treatments of henna. While my hair is out, it's getting a lot of henna, okay? That has strengthened my hair ridiculously. And I used to have a scalp problem where my scalp was itchy, but it was always moisturized. It wasn't dry, it wasn't flaky, but it was itchy all the time, especially right here behind my ear, my right ear, and right here in my crown. It got to a point where I was balding because I was scratching my crown so much. The hair here behind my ear actually fell out. I tried apple cider vinegar on my scalp. Somebody talked about lime or lemon juice on the scalp. I tried that. I went to my dermatologist. They gave me this oil, it had a fancy name, but they said it was basically peanut oil. I tried that, that didn't work. And then they gave me a tube of, you know, anti-itch cream. That eased the itch like maybe an hour at a time, and then it came right back. So I went to henna. I wasn't doing the henna for my scalp, I was doing it for my hair strands. This is when I shaved my head bald in 2013, and I have the video in my video list, so please take a look at it. And I decided to start treating my scalp. If you see the video, I said I'm going to start treating my scalp now so that the hair that comes out of it is healthier, right? So I started putting the henna. And it took a few months for me to realize I'm not scratching my hair anymore. Actually, my husband asked me, you know, how's the itch situation? And I said, actually, I haven't scratched my hair in a while, my head in a while. And then I realized the only different thing I was doing was putting henna in my hair. At that time, it was more my scalp, right? So henna is the bomb. Henna will get your life, I'm just saying. It got my life, it got me my life. And it strengthened my hair, and it colored my, you know, my gray hairs for me. My hair is very, very, very dark. It's black, I think, maybe 1B. So the henna color doesn't show in my hair, my black hair, but it shows in my gray hairs, okay? So if you're looking for a red tone to your, you know, hair, henna doesn't really do that. In a certain kind of light, you may see it, but maybe, maybe not. So anyway, that is what I wanted to share with you. Those are some of the things I have done with my hair and my scalp that have helped me a lot. Good soil produces good plants. Your scalp, when you take good care of it, will also produce good hair, okay? Strong, healthy hair. The next video, we're gonna talk about products that I have used that I liked and products that I've used that I didn't like. Thank you again for joining me, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye.